Hey folks, Eder from Brain Pulp TV, and I'm recording this video on the release weekend of Shadows over Innistrad. Now, we don't do a lot of openings on the channel, but when a new set comes out, we usually open up at least a booster box, a fat pack, and maybe an intro pack here or there. This time is no exception. We are going to be opening up a booster box, a fat pack, and at least one intro pack. We are also going to be opening up a second booster box. Now, not the entire booster box. We are not opening up this entire booster box on camera. I am going to be opening up just 12 packs of this. The reason why I'm only going to be opening up 12 packs is because this is the box that we are going to be using for our newest Booster Boxpocalypse. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what the Booster Boxpocalypse is, you're probably also unfamiliar with what the Mana Cave is. Now, there's going to be a link popping up in the corner there, providing I remember to put it in when I uploaded this video, showing you the playlist of the Mana Cave, which is a show here on Brain Pulp TV where Travis, Steve, and myself, Travis and Steve being the other two members of Brain Pulp, battle it out playing heads-up paper Magic. We usually go with sort of like, goofy decks. For St. Patrick's Day, we did mono green decks. We've also done like tiny leaders. And, we try to put a little sort of twist on regular play, so it's not just, the regular sort of standard or modern decks. Now with a Booster Boxpocalypse, what we do is we take a booster box, we split it 3 ways, so we each get 12 packs. We create a deck from those packs, and then we battle it out with that deck. Now in the past, we've tried shooting a video of us all opening packs at the same time. It's turned into kind of a mess. We haven't really figured out a good way of doing it. So what we're going to do this time instead is I'm going to film the opening of the booster box. You're going to see me shuffle up the packs. I'm going to take my 12 packs, and those 12 packs are going to be opened up on camera. Now, this is sort of going to give possibly Travis and Steve an edge when it comes to the actual Booster Boxpocalypse, because they're going to see what my card pool is. However, I'm willing to do that so that you guys can see me crack some packs on camera. And as a supplemental video to this, I may show the creation of my deck from my 12 packs. However, that will really give Travis and Steve an advantage when it comes to the Boxpocalypse. So I'm still sort of on the fence about that, but I will probably do it, just because it seems like it would be a fun thing to do on camera. But now, with all that said, let's crack this sucker open, let's shuffle up some packs, and then we're going to see which 12 packs I'm going to be opening up for you guys today. Okay, so here are the packs. I'm going to take them right out of the box. I have no idea how to actually shuffle packs. I've shuffled decks before, but shuffling packs is going to be a new thing. Let's see if I can do the wiffle shuffle. Oh yeah, this is sort of working. This is sort of working here. And creating a big tower of packs. There we go. Okay, these should be sufficiently randomized at this point. So now I'm just going to take them and make 3 even stacks of 12, and I will pick which one that I'm going to take, which I think is okay because I'm the only one that's revealing the cards I'm going to have for my pool. So I think it's okay that I get first pick of the cards, or the packs. So. I'm going to pick the one squarely in the middle. These ones, I'm not sure which ones Travis and Steve are going to do, but these are going to be their piles. This is going to be the pile that I myself open up right now for you guys here. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to the packs. Now, normally I have a monitor in front of me, like a large monitor in front of me, so I can tell whether or not the focus is working. However, I don't have that this time, so I'm going by the little tiny camera monitor thing. I'm going to be glancing up, so hopefully I'm not catching glare, and hopefully it is focusing on the card. I'm just going to go over the rares and the uncommons and the rares from this. As the first uncommon, Lightning Axe, which I think is a very fun, interesting card. Forsaken Sanctuary, Pale Rider of Trostad, and our first rare is Port Town. And it's a land, and as Port Town enters the battlefield, you may reveal a Plains or Island card from your hand. If you don't, Port Town enters the battlefield tapped. And our flip card is Kindly Stranger. It's a 2 and 1 black. It's got Delirium for 2 and 1 black. Transform Kindly Stranger. Activate this ability only if there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard. And she flips into Demon Possessed Witch. When this creature transforms into Demon Possessed Witch, you may destroy target creature. Very nice. And we get a clue. The new thing, the clues. Our first uncommon is Stensia Masquerade. I think that's how it's pronounced. Weirding Wood. Ghoulsteed. And our rare is Sin Prodder, which is 2 and 1 red for a 3/2 devil creature. It has Menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. Any opponent may have you put that card into your graveyard. If a player does, Sin Prodder deals damage to that player equal to that card's converted mana cost. Otherwise, put that card into your hand. And I'm sort of moving it off. See, this is why I like having a monitor in front of me. So because I tend to drift with the cards here. Anyways. And our flip card is Convicted Killer for 2 and a red. We have a Human Werewolf, which is a 2/2, and at the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform Convicted Killer into Branded Howler, which is a 4/4, and at the beginning of the upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform Branded Howler. And another. Oh, okay. So the clues. Clues are. I wonder how many different ones are going to be. Like, I know really almost nothing about the previews of the set, so I'm interested to see how many different clues there are. Our first uncommon here. Let's get this onto camera and hopefully it's focusing. Is Haunted Cloak. Paranoid Parish Blade. Ulvenwald Mysteries. And Harness the Storm, which is 2 and 1 red enchantment. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, you may cast a target card with the same name as that spell from your graveyard. And we have Lamholt Pacifist, which is 1 and a green, gets you a Lamholt Pacifist, which is a human shaman werewolf 3/3, can't attack unless you control a creature with 4 or greater power. And if you are able to do the werewolf flipping thing, you get a 4/4 werewolf creature where at the beginning of each upkeep, once again, players who cast 2 or more spells last turn transform Lambert Butcher. If a player... Oh, and hey, we got an extra rare. Excellent. We have Gear Reach Bandit, a human rogue werewolf. It's a 3/2 with haste, and at the beginning of each upkeep, you guys know the rest, and we flip it into a 4/3, and whenever a werewolf enters the battlefield under your control, you may transform it. Very nice. So I am now definitely leaning towards red. We will see if that stays. And another clue. We're getting another clue. We have Dissension in the Ranks as our first uncommon. Liliana's Indignation, Graph Mole, and our rare is Downyard Temple. God, Lord. It would not be an opening video if I didn't completely botch at least one card. We have Drownyard Temple, which is a land that I can tap to add 1 colorless to my mana pool, or I can pay 3 and return it from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And we have Thraben Gargoyle, which is an artifact gargoyle 2/2 creature. Cost 1, it has Defender, and I can pay 6 to transform it into Stonewing Antagonizer, which is a 4/2 flying gargoyle horror. Once again, I hope I'm holding these things centered because I'm only glancing up at the preview window up above me. We have as our first uncommon, Obsessive Skinner, Sinister Concoction, Erdwald Illuminator, and our rare is... Yes, now this is one that got a lot of heat on Twitter, like a lot of sort of like coverage on Twitter and basically in social media in general. The Gitrog Monster, which is a mythic, which of course is wonderful. It is a 6/6 frog horror legendary creature. It has Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice the monster unless you sacrifice a land. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Whenever 1 or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, draw a card. Now, up until this point, I was really leaning towards a red build. I would love to be able to play this card in the Boxpocalypse. So I'm going to try to do maybe now a black-green build, but I don't know, because I was going through the other cards really quickly, I don't know if that's going to be feasible or not, but we will see. We will see. Our flip card is Pious Evangel. Whenever Pious Evangel or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. I can pay 2 and sacrifice another permanent and transform Pious Evangel into... Oh, we got a foil there. Let's not spoil that, though. Wayward Disciple, which is a 2/4 human cleric. Whenever Wayward Disciple or another creature you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. And our foil underneath this is a foil rare. Excellent. We have Eerie Interlude. 2 and 1 white gets an instant, and you can exile any number of target creatures you control. Return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end steps. So it's a very nice foil there. And it's a rare, which is great, too. Another clue. They did a really great job. This is okay. This is not an uncommon or a rare, but the art for this version of Macabre Waltz is just absolutely stellar in my opinion. I mean, the art through this entire set, they did such a great job of giving it that nice sort of that dark gothic horror feel. But that card in particular was one when I saw in previews, I thought the artwork was really, really brilliant. Anyways, we have Epitaph Golem, which is an uncommon, so I'm not going to read any more of it. We have Ravenous Bloodseeker, Skeleton Key, and our rare is... I'm getting a Skype call. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I just got my wife is currently visiting family in Portugal, so she was Skype calling me, and I did not want to miss the call, so I had to take that quickly. But I'm back, and we have Forgotten Creation, which for 3 and a blue gets you a 3/3 zombie horror. It's got Skulk, which I think is very cool, which means this creature can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may discard all cards in your hand. If you do, draw that many cards, which sounds like an incredible ability. Our flip card is Autumnal Gloom, which is a enchantment for 2 and a green. You can pay 1 black, put the top card of your library into your graveyard. It has Delirium at the beginning of your end step. If there are 4 more card types among the cards in your graveyard, transform the Gloom into Ancient of the Equinox, which is a 4/4 tree folk with trample and hexproof. Now, in the previous Boxpocalypses, I have definitely been ahead on the Mythics, opening up the Mythics. So I've kind of gotten lucky with which packs I ended up picking. We do have one of the Mythics, and it is that giant frog, which is kind of cool. So hopefully, maybe we'll pull another Mythic. I don't know. We have, as our first uncommon, Creeping Dread, Howlback Resurgence, Ghoulsteed, and our rare is Geralf's Masterpiece, which it's a Mythic. See, and I just talked about that. Isn't that great? For 3 and a blue, or 3 and 2 blue, it gets a 7/7 zombie horror with flying, and the Masterpiece gets -1/-1 for each card in your hand. If I pay 3 and a blue, discard 3 cards, return the Masterpiece from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped, which is a very nice ability. Our flip card is the Breakneck Rider, which for 1 and 2 red gets you a Human Scout Werewolf for 3/3, and then you can do the old Flippy Magoo, which gets Neck Breaker, which attacking, it's a werewolf, it's a 4/3 werewolf. Attacking creatures you control get +1/+0 and have trample. And we have a foil, which is Vampire Noble. Very nice foil. Very nice artwork on this. Very nice artwork in this entire set. They did such a great job. And a land. It just occurred to me, have we not been pulling any land? I don't know. Obviously, I don't know the pack breakdown of this because I didn't realize that we hadn't pulled a land yet. And there are different tokens other than clues. We have a zombie token right there. So, have I just not noticed the land before? I guess not. I don't think we've opened up lands until this point. So that's the Plains. There you guys go. Hopefully, you're as excited about that Plains as I am. We have Incorrigible Youths. Or Youths, maybe, is the better way of pronouncing that. Now, one of the things you guys probably can't see, if when you catch reflection, okay, this is reflection for you on the camera. This is not reflection for you on the camera. However, that for me looking at the card, there's reflection on it. So I've got to find that sweet spot where there's no reflection on the camera and no reflection for me reading it. That's all stuff you guys didn't need to know, but you know, some people want to know how the sausage is made. Anyways, we have Ulrich's Kindred, Tenacity, and our rare is, we've got 3 of the rare lands so far. So we've got 2 mythics, but we're getting a lot of the rare lands. As it enters the battlefield, I may reveal an island or swap card from my hand. If I don't, it enters the battlefield tapped, and I can tap this for either a blue or black mana. Our flip card is Heir of Falconwrath. I think that's how it's pronounced. For 1 and a black, you can get a 2/1 vampire creature. It has discard a card, transform, Heir of Falconwrath. Activate this ability only once each turn, and it flips into Heir to the Night. It is a 3/2 vampire berserker with flying, and we have we got another mythic. Which, that's 3 mythics for us. I don't know how many mythics the other guys are going to get, but I'm pretty happy with this. And now, all of a sudden, I want to play white. So we have Archangel Avacyn, which is a legendary angel creature. It's a 4/4. It has flash, flying, vigilance. It's got a kitchen sink. Whenever Archangel Avacyn enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain indestructible at the end of turn. When a non-angel creature you control dies, transform the Archangel Avacyn at the beginning of the next upkeep, and it transforms into Avacyn the Purifier, which is a 6/5 legendary angel with flying, and when this creature transforms into Avacyn the Purifier, it deals 3 damage to each other creature and each opponent. I would probably be a fool not to play this. So maybe I'll do a, what is it, black and green is the frog, right? Maybe I'll do a white, black, and green build. I'll go 3 colors. I'll get crazy like that, I will. Oh, don't bend it. Don't bend it. And we get the Feather Clue. So that is really, really cool. Yeah, so we've got 3 mythics so far out of 12 packs. And we've only opened, this is the 9th pack that we've opened. So, right here. So that's pretty good. 3 mythics out of 9 packs. Pretty happy with that. And some good mythics as well, too. Like some exciting mythics, in my opinion. We have Cult. Sorry, I'm trying to... Hopefully this is focusing. Cult of the Waxing Moon. Stone Quarry. Morkrut Necropod. And Asylum Visitor. For 1 and a black, gets you a 3/1 Vampire Wizard at the beginning of each player's upkeep. If that player has no cards in hand, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. It also has Madness for 1 and 1 black. Madness is one of the mechanics that I'm so glad is back. I really enjoyed Madness in previous sets, so this is very, very cool that it is back. Our flip is Solitary Hunter for 3 and a green. Gets us a Human Warrior Werewolf. It's a 3/4. We do the old flippy thing with it, and it becomes one of the pack, which is a 5/6 werewolf creature. A swamp and a devil token. I'm a big fan of tokens. I was kind of disappointed there for a while because I was like, oh, are there only clue tokens in this entire set? But no, we've definitely seen some other ones now. We have Weirding Wood, Woodland Stream, Silver Strike, and Devil's Playground. For 4 and 2 red, it's a sorcery to put 4 1/1 red devil creature tokens onto the battlefield. They have, when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to target creature or player, which sounds like a very cool card to play with. And we have, as our flip, Town Gossipmonger. For 1, we get a 1/1, and we can tap and tap an untapped creature we control, transform Town Gossipmonger, and it transforms into Incited Rabble, which is a 2/3 human creature, and Incited Rabble attacks each combat if able. I can pay 2, and it gets +1/+0 until the end of turn. And a wolf token, which has got some beautiful artwork to it. So we have Geese's Bidding, Trail of Evidence, which I think is very, very cool artwork on this card. Highland Lake, and our rare is Slayer's Plate. So for 3, we can put this equipment artifact onto the battlefield. Equipped creatures get +4/+2 whenever an equipped creature dies. If it was a human, put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. And it's got an equip cost of 3. Our flip card is Accursed Witch. For 3 and a black, you get a human shaman, 4/2 creature. Spells your opponents cast to target Accursed Witch cost 1 less to cast. When Accursed Witch dies, return it to the battlefield transformed, under your control, attached to target opponent. And it is an enchantment, a Aura Curse. Enchant player. Spells you cast that target enchanted player cost 1 less to cast. At the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep, that player loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. So that sounds like it'd actually be quite fun. Maybe that will go into the deck as well, too. And we have a really cool-looking human soldier token. Wow. Man, the tokens in this are really great. The artwork, I've said this before, I know. But the artwork in this set, I think, is just absolutely phenomenal. And our final pack, which I don't even know, you know, I can't see anything in this pack making this any better than it's already been, because the mythics have been pretty nice in this, and we got an Avacyn, which is really super cool. We have, our first uncommon is Spectral Shepherd. We got Manic Scribe, Paranoid Perishblade, and some of the names of these cards is really, really cool. And our final rare is Silver Fur Partisan, which for 2 and a green gets a Wolf Warrior 2/2 with Trample. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control becomes the target of an instant or sorcery spell, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. Ah, excellent. I'm so glad. I was really hoping I'd get a copy of this card. Aberrant Researcher for 3 and a blue gets you a 3/2 creature with flying. And at the beginning of your upkeep, put the top card of your library into your graveyard. If it's an instant or sorcery card, transform Aberrant Researcher into Perfected Form, which is a 5/4 with flying. Now, this is a nod to a previous card in, I believe it was Innistrad. And yeah, it's very, very cool. I really enjoyed seeing this in the previews, and I'm kind of happy that, I know it's just an uncommon, but still, I'm happy I got a copy of it. And it looks like we had a foil, which is Spiteful Motives for 3 and a red. Gets you an enchantment aura with flash. Enchanted creature gets +3/+0 and has first strike, which could be a nice little trick to play with. And another human soldier token. So there we go, folks. That's the 12 packs that I will be using to build my deck for the Booster Boxpocalypse. We got a nice little foil rare. We got 2 of the new rare lands, and we got 3 of the mythics, including Geralf's Masterpiece, the Gitrog monster, and of course Avacyn, which I'm super excited about and is making me think that maybe I will be going white, even though I was really pulling towards red for a while there. Anyways, like I said before, I will probably be doing a supplemental video to this in which I show you the building of my deck from this card pool. Until then, though, I thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Keep an eye out for the Boxpocalypse, which will be not being released this Friday, but the following Friday, the first part will be out there. In the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, if you want to let me know what great pulls you got from some of your packs of Shadows over Innistrad, please leave that in the comments section below. Otherwise, take care, everyone. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to us here, and I will see you all very soon.